Welcome, brave viewers, to the realm of darkness. I am Death the Narrator, the harvester of tales and purveyor of fear. Today, I shall guide you through a chilling journey, one that delves into the mysterious depths of an infamous lost episode from a beloved animated series. Prepare yourselves, for the shadows are whispering, and the secrets are about to be unveiled. But before we embark on this eerie expedition, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss a haunting tale. Now, without further ado, let us delve into the enigmatic story of the lost episode, Dead Bart. And now, on to the story. The tale begins with a peculiar phenomenon associated with Fox's beloved show, The Simpsons. Some episodes were deliberately omitted from the official count, leading to an inconsistency in the numbering. This discrepancy can be attributed to a lost episode from the first season, a forbidden creation that few dared to speak of. This eerie episode, known as Dead Bart, was said to have been written entirely by the show's creator, Matt Groening. However, during its production, an unsettling change came over Groening. He grew silent, nervous, and consumed by morbid thoughts. Those present during this time were strictly forbidden from mentioning the lost episode to him, resulting in fiery anger from his colleagues. Whispers of this forbidden episode first reached my ears during an event where David Silverman, a prominent figure associated with The Simpsons, was speaking. A brave soul in the crowd mustered the courage to inquire about the lost episode, and Silverman abruptly abandoned the stage, prematurely ending the presentation. It was then that the truth started to take shape. The lost episode, bearing the production number 7G06, was cunningly concealed within the production code of a later episode, Moaning Lisa, labeled as 7G06. This deception aimed to bury the existence of Dead Bart beneath a veil of secrecy. However, it wasn't just the concealment that caused alarm, it was the chilling reactions from those involved in the show. Merely mentioning the lost episode would send them into a frenzy, determined to prevent any direct communication with Matt Groening. Yet, driven by an insatiable curiosity, I seized an opportunity to speak with Groening after a fan event. As I trailed him discreetly, I managed to engage him in a private conversation as he departed the venue. Curiously, he appeared untroubled by my presence, seemingly expecting yet another encounter with an enthusiastic admirer. But when I broached the subject of the lost episode, a sudden pallor washed over his face, and his body trembled uncontrollably. Tears welled in his eyes as he swiftly scribbled something on a piece of paper, thrusting it into my hands. With a plea never to mention the episode again, he vanished into the night. That scrap of paper bore a web address, a site shrouded in darkness, its blackened canvas pierced only by a line of eerie yellow text, a download link. Compelled by an insatiable desire to uncover the truth, I clicked on the link, and a file began to download. However, little did I know that this seemingly innocuous act would unleash a torrent of malevolent forces upon my computer. It was a virus unlike any I had encountered before, devouring my system and rendering it a lifeless husk. But not before I managed to salvage the file onto a CD, preserving the cursed episode. With trembling anticipation, I attempted to open the file on a clean slate. As expected, it contained an episode of The Simpsons, but one steeped in darkness and distorted by abhorrent animation quality. The opening act appeared relatively normal. The opening act of the episode seemed relatively normal, bearing the semblance of any other episode. However, there was an unsettling aura that hung in the air. The animation quality was noticeably poor, reminiscent of the original animation for Some Enchanted Evening, but with an even more unstable essence. The characters' behavior, 2 deviated from their familiar selves. Homer exhibited heightened anger, Marge seemed consumed by melancholy, Lisa appeared perpetually anxious, and Bart emitted a genuine and unsettling hatred towards his own parents. The storyline revolved around the Simpson family embarking on a plane trip. In a moment of youthful recklessness, Bart engaged in his usual mischief, but this time, he went too far. As the plane soared approximately 50 feet above the ground, Bart broke a window, causing him to be violently sucked out into the void. Intriguingly, the episode delved into Matt Groening's original concept that the animated world of The Simpsons represented life, while death ushered in a more realistic realm. This notion took center stage within Dead Bart. Bart's lifeless body was depicted in a manner so eerily realistic that it was barely recognizable. The animation team capitalized on the absence of movement, crafting an almost photograph-like representation of Bart's corpse. Act 1 concluded with a haunting image of Bart's lifeless form, leaving viewers unsettled and yearning for answers. As Act 2 unfolded, Homer, Marge, and Lisa were shown seated at their dining table, their faces etched with grief and anguish. Their cries reverberated through the room, growing increasingly pained and strikingly genuine. The animation further deteriorated, the characters contorting, stretching, and blending together like deformed shadows adorned with random splashes of vivid colors. Amidst the tearful cacophony, faint murmurs echoed in the background, giving glimpses of faces peering through the window. Their visages flickered and morphed, leaving one uncertain of their true form. This somber wailing persisted throughout the entirety of Act 2, enveloping the viewers in a macabre symphony of sorrow. The animation continued to decay, pushing the boundaries of distortion and blurring the characters' identities. As Act 3 commenced, a title card revealed that an entire year had passed since Bart's tragic demise. Homer, Marge, and Lisa appeared skeletal, their emaciated figures still hunched around the dining table. There was no sign of Maggie or the family's beloved pets. In their desolation, they made the solemn decision to visit Bart's grave. As they ventured through Springfield, a desolate and abandoned landscape unfolded before their eyes. Each house they passed wore the weariness of neglect, further deteriorating into decay. The once thriving town had become a ghostly shell of its former self. Arriving at Bart's grave, they were met with a harrowing sight. A lifeless Bart lay before his tombstone, mirroring the exact state in which he was left at the end of Act 1. The family's sorrow reignited, tears cascading down their worn faces. But this time, their tears ceased, and they simply stared at Bart's motionless form. The camera zoomed in on Homer's face, a moment fraught with significance. Though summaries suggested that Homer would share a joke during this scene, the version I witnessed remained silent, leaving the true contents of his words veiled in mystery. As the episode neared its conclusion, the camera gradually pulled back, unveiling a haunting tableau. The tombstones in the background bore the names of every guest star who had ever graced The Simpsons. Among them were names unfamiliar to viewers in 1989 and others yet to appear on the show. Each tombstone displayed a date of death, with the notable revelation that deceased guest stars' dates aligned with their actual passing. It was as if the show possessed an ominous foreknowledge of their fate. The credits, scrawled in handwriting that felt unsettlingly personal, rolled silently. The final image etched itself into the viewers' minds, a depiction of the Simpson family seated on their iconic couch, presented in a hyper-realistic, lifeless style reminiscent of Bart's corpse. A chilling thought crept into my mind upon witnessing this twisted episode for the first time. Could these tombstones hold a clue to the impending demise of living Simpsons guest stars? Alas, there was a disconcerting peculiarity among those who had yet to pass. They all shared the same date of death. And now, as the echoes of this dark tale linger in the abyss, I implore you to reflect upon the fragility of life and the mysteries that lie beyond. If you dare to explore the depths of fear with me, like and subscribe to my channel, Death the Narrator, and become part of our community of brave souls seeking the darkest of stories. Remember to hit that notification bell so you never miss a bone-chilling upload. Until next time, embrace the shadows and be wary of the secrets they hold. Stay vigilant, my fellow travelers in the realm of darkness.